You see? We are in the wilderness.
You want some help? I'm here, Susan.
I cannot remember the words.
Shall I put you want the lyrics?
The whispers in the morning of lovers sleeping time are rolling by like thunder now as I look in your eyes. Supreme Being!
Supreme Being.
Sursinho.
Petya. Namaste. My name is André Trindade. This is
I'm Petya.
Petya. And we are making a video to teach you, or to make you remember about the fears, how to overcome them.
Yes.
She has a lot of experience, this being here, and she's gonna share with you some thoughts, and I'm gonna be here as well.
You also have
to
experience.
share. Yes, yes. If I remember them, because I'm like you now. When I come about a thing that I already overcame, I forget it.
Yeah.
I just have to concentrate a little bit. It's better.
It's
even
the best
better.
thing. Yeah, it's the best.
There's
thing
nothing
to do.
wrong with it. I'm just going with the flow.
If we forget, it's the best thing to do. Because what doesn't serve us, it can just go to the light and stay there in peace and doesn't need to come back to us anymore. Because fear itself is a contract as well, right?
Yes, of course.
It's a contract that we do with ourselves. It's a blockage that we create due to lack of self-love or other circumstances. Certain fears can come even from previous lives. We could be carrying them. But the most important is, it doesn't matter where they come from. The most important is to manage to let go of them now, in this lifetime, in this moment.
That's the best. So, what do you remember?
I did have a lot of fears from a child. A fear can be fear from anything. It's fear either from a certain decision. It can be fear from not hurting the others. Fear of not loving yourself. Fear of not being able to forgive someone. It could be fear from a certain animal. Fear from the darkness. I'm sure that every single being watching this video has at least one fear. At least,
Yes.
if not more. I did have a million.
You reached me.
I really had a lot of fears, really a lot.
Fear, in its most natural state, is just to experience the opposite of the divine love, just for an instant, but not to live with it, It's just to be observed, that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, we don't
That's the only
necessarily
thing.
have to continue living with
We
this.
can observe, but living in it and letting fear control us instead of us controlling fear, that's the thing to do.
Because fear is another obstacle in this lifetime that is teaching us something. Just like every single thing that we have come to experience here.
Just like with the meditation, we observe thoughts and we understand it and we let it pass. Fear is the same thing. We cannot oppress it. We have to understand what it is.
Yes, to embrace it. That's the most important thing.
Give a humongous hug, lots of kisses, lots of light.
Yes, love is the number one important thing to overcome a fear. Because overcoming a fear does include a lot of love. We need to forgive, first of all, ourselves, to learn how to love ourselves, because it all starts from us.
Yes.
From the heart, right?
Yes. from allowing it
Yes.
to come.
From letting it come, because this abundance of love and beauty and everything wonderful in our lives, it is just waiting to come, to shower us. We just need to let it come. Just let it come. That's it.
It's like we are taking a shower and we are not inviting the fear
Yes,
to
that's right.
to take a shower as well, because you know it has to come to the light, and water is the closest thing to light. So let it shower, let it wet, let it explode, let it get bright.
So to come to the point, I'm going to share with you how I managed to let go of my million fears that I used to have since a very little child. My first two fears that I remember since I was very little, I was afraid of the darkness and I was afraid of animals, like all kind of animals. I could not even approach them. And I did overcome this fear at a very late stage, perhaps like 3 years ago. I was still in a process of letting go the last bits of it until recently, and I already feel that I have fully overcame it, thanks to many factors and many beings, like this being here is one of them. But the most important thing is, if you have a lot of fears, if it's not just one, first of all, work on each fear one by one. It's almost impossible to heal all fears at the same time. But if we focus at one at a time, it's much easier and happens much faster. Then we can really understand the reason of this fear. And that's the second thing. It's good to analyze, to start observing yourself. What exactly is causing this fear? If you find the reason of the fear, then you have got rid of the fear 90% already. Afterwards, it's very easy. Unfortunately, for some years that come from previous lifetimes, it's a little bit more difficult. You may not be able to remember that previous lifetime, but still, it's not impossible to let go of this fear.
Yes, I think we overcame fears that was from previous lifetimes without going to them.
Yes.
This is a very great step. It's like you feel that something is not okay and it was not made here, but it's here because it's one time. There's no past, there's no future, so you can deal with it. It's just tests are coming all the time for this fear to let go. It's like this.
That's right.
And when you let go, another test and gone. That's it. Which is very nice.
Yeah. The next thing to overcome a fear, which is very important, is if you don't face a fear, there's no chance you can let go of the fear. But of course, don't push yourselves. If you feel you're not ready yet, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to do this in a moment when you feel ready to finally face your fear. Beforehand, you will have to do some work on it, like the observation, analyzing, and focusing on it, and perhaps trying to remember where it comes from.
Yes.
Afterwards, it's much easier. And you don't need to throw yourself facing it on a big scale. You can face it on a smaller scale at the beginning, you know, like with me. When I was afraid of animals, I would let myself just go around animals who were still being held by someone, or I knew they would not come and bite me or touch me or whatever, because I understood finally later on that my fear was not really from the animals. It was almost like a disgust from being touched or licked by them.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
eventually disappeared, but it was more like this. At the beginning, I didn't know. I just thought it was pure fear. But when you analyze, you understand many things. You will be surprised yourself. That what seems to be on the surface, when you dig layer by layer, when you uncover each,
Yes.
you will find big surprises.
And another thing is, when you are about to understand one fear, sometimes this fear has like 5 or 10 other fears attached to it. It's like it was created 10 more just because you left this one going without treating it. It's amazing. And for example, like you said, fear from animals, maybe because you let go from this fear, you will let go as well from other things that are familiar or even not familiar. It's very
Yes,
nice.
of course. There's many things which are interconnected. Certain fears actually come to us because of other fears that we have. And if you let go one by one, the others will naturally disappear as well. There's something very important though with letting go of my fears that I noticed that I think is the biggest step that everyone has to make who have big fears, to let go of the fears. And I know that some of you will not agree, but I'm just speaking from my personal experience, and this is the food. When I let go of all
Yes.
animal products, I realized that letting go of fears was really just like a piece of cake. It really was so easy, and I didn't associate it at the beginning. But the more I was reading and the more synchronicity the universe was sending to me, I realized that there's a very big interconnection.
Yes. Very nice. I'm just having a feeling in which when a being says, "Oh, I don't get help from the universe, I'm stuck, I have so much fears and stuff," there's one thing that I notice every single time I do this, it works. It's very easy. One of the easiest things when you are awake, or even when you are not, when you just send a question to the universe, which is, what is the source of this problem? It really works. It's like it comes, maybe not on the first day or on the first moment, but as soon as you forget what you have put into question, it will come, Brooke. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And for her, it was the food, for example, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because when
One
you
more
think
question.
about it, even if you're eating meat, you know, which is good quality, like grass-fed or like what they promote, like eggs from happy chicken or you know, meat from happy cows and whatever. But think about this fact: when they actually slaughter the animal right at the last moment, what does this animal feel? It's full of fear, and this fear goes into every single cell of this animal, and every single sensation, feeling is actually vibration. This vibration goes afterwards into us, and once it goes into the bloodstream, it goes into every single cell of our being. So the level of fear that we experience is not just on a psychological level, it's on the cellular level, just
Cellular
like you
level.
said earlier. Because
Yes, I was gonna say that the brain is our processor, just like on the computer, and the mind is every single cell we have in our body, every single cell, and so on. And as soon as we eat something in which the energy is not flowing, okay, because food nourishes every single cell we have, then the energy will go as well. It's like this. It's how it works. It's like this. Just like sugar or all kind of nutrition turns into energy, actually. Energy is what? Energy is spiritual. It's like this.
yes, that's it. It's everything is vibration. We are vibration ourselves,
Yes.
and we are what we are willing to be. We
Yes.
can be on a very high vibration, and we can be on a very low vibration. It's just up to what we decide.
Vibration,
choose.
it's very easy to understand. It's just how fast is the energy moving. If the energy is moving very slowly like a slug, then the vibration is very slow. When
Yeah.
the energy is moving like a thunder, like lightning, like light, lightning light, then it's very high. You can tell that whatever you eat, you become. It's like this. It's very simple.
Yeah. And the milk products, for example, they act on a different level. They don't really implement fear, the vibration of fear in your bloodstream. But what they do is they create this veil around you, so you cannot clearly see the correct vibration.
You cannot clearly see the cause of the fear.
Yes,
You see? It's like
the cause of the fear and the reality. You create an imaginary world around yourself. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So the most important is first to let go of milk products. And if you still choose to eat, some meat and fish, make sure you really do bless with all your heart, with lots of love, with the highest vibration you can. Bless this meal. Bless this creature that sacrificed their life for your well-being. And in this way, you change the vibration. You create a totally new perspective. Just like now, we change the vibration.
Yeah.
We change the perspective.
Yes.
That's right.
Supreme.
We always love you.
We love you very, very much. Supreme Being, Namaste. Stay in your natural peace.
And all the knowledge that we are passing on to you is coming from our deepest unconditional love and our connection with the divine source. And you can do that as well. Just work on yourself. Love yourselves.
Surround
first of
yourself
all.
with beings from the same vibration,
That's
the same
right.
vibe. This same thinking, same feeling, or even higher, either the same or higher, to
That's-
make sure you are in the best hands,
Yes.
so you can do whatever you love.
And the divine will come to you.
Namaste, Supreme Being, peace.
And love.